What is up, folks? Welcome back to another session, another day, another day, another glorious Wednesday. Today is the 23rd of February 2022, and you guys are now watching ACTnow Hot Issue. What's for lunch with me, Mio Adlan. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Middle of the week, yeah, motivation's running a bit low maybe, but pick it back up because we are still, like I said, in the middle of the week, banyak lagi kerja nak kena buat. A lot of things need to be done. Still, hopefully you guys are well motivated and well spirited in doing whatever it is that you want to do. And of course, make sure you guys share, like, and comment on this video, because why? It could be not just beneficial to you, but to all your other acquaintances and friends and loved one as well, because a lot of hot topics, a lot of hot issues that we want to bring to you before you go out for that lunch break, regardless of wherever you are. And don't forget to download the ACTnow mobile community app on your Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store to witness and to experience the wonderfulness and the magicalness of the app as mentioned. It is free for all. You don't have to pay a single cent, and you will become a more responsible, a more concerned community within your area, obviously, hence why community lah kan. Okay, today is the 23rd as mentioned. Just to give a bit of a heads up, yesterday we had a nice date, 22/02/2022. Hope you guys did something remarkable, did something memorable yesterday. One person I know who always is remarkable and who always remembers all the little things regardless of whatever date it is lah, Mr. Melvin Lam. Hey Melvin, what is up?
Wow, yesterday was a good day, auspicious day. That's why in the morning I posted in our social media. I say it's a good day. Let's promote love and peace. It's an auspicious day,
Exactly.
The only numbers I don't want to remember is my age.
Yeah. You're only, if I'm not mistaken, you're coming up to the age of only 27. So you're fine, Melvin. You're very
I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I'm just 25. Going to 25.
Going to 25, okay? Dia orang kata, kalau Melayu kata kan, if there's a lightning outside, definitely you kena one already.
Yesterday was very bad. I was actually wanted to do a short video outside on our floor. This is what happened. If I stay a bit longer, I would have witnessed it live. Remember the tall rise building near TRX is actually TS Lau building, high rise building. The Kondara was swinging left, right with the people still working there. It was after they clean up in all in the media in the evening. I was during that time, because if it was not because of the rain, the thunder, and all this thing, I would have done my shoots for a program there. So
yesterday
I went back. I came back to the office and do it in the office instead. But it was so unpitiable. I mean, it was so bright and hot. And then it was during that moment towards about 4 o'clock. I said, let's go and do our video. And that's where
it was really crazy. I mean, weather nowadays is really just like, out of the ordinary. It is quite crazy looking at it. We do hope that everyone out there, please do take care of yourselves. Especially, you do check out the meteorology department's website. Because they do publish, any storm warnings, anything that you need to be concerned of. So yeah, do check them out for the latest news in regards of the
Yeah.
weather, because yeah, it has been really, really nuts lately. Okay, so let's
Right.
jump into the first topic. We have a very interesting topic that we want to talk about today, not just one. We got two very interesting topics that we want to share with you guys here. Topic number
Mm.
one that we want to bring to you guys, we have actually touched on this before, but not really in depth. But we did, we had this topic on our show, I think, a few months before. It is concerning about sex education amongst students in high school, in secondary school to be exact. And
Right.
it is reported that a women's group has repeat calls for comprehensive sex education to curb teen pregnancy because it has happened. Unfortunately, a newborn was killed by a teen mother, which is very, very concerning. And that's what we want to talk about today. Um, a lot of parties are actually bringing this up to make it mandatory and compulsory for this topic to be brought to school and to be taught to our children. What do you think about this, Melvin?
Yes, I agree, and I have been voicing this out for a long, long time.
Mhm,
Unfortunately, the schools do not pick up this, you know. And I was equally upset when I heard about this teenage girl who actually stabbed his own baby to death, you
mhm,
know. And this girl was barely 15 years old, and she claims that she was raped. And the thing is, no one noticed her pregnancy. I believe her parents or whoever it is, you know. So it's very unfortunate. And this report was, of all days, this article that we extract out was on Valentine's Day, February 14.
mhm,
Um, it says that the women's groups actually say that it's time for the government to make a very comprehensive sexuality education. They call it CSE, mandatory in the school. Um, yes, it's a hot news. But
mhm.
then today is the 22nd, 23rd, right?
Today,
Not much
23rd.
at 23rd. After the few days, things will cool down again.
Mhm,
They have voiced out, but then there's no the schools, the ministries that involved has not been actually enforcing it.
mhm,
Right? They actually, I would say, they should, if this necessary, bring out in the parliament. Parliament sitting will be in March.
mhm.
The relevant ministry, the education ministry, the Ministry of Families, Women's Affair, should bring this to debate and so-called iron out in Parliament, so it can make it so-called one mandatory.
Yeah.
Otherwise, schools will have their own so-called discretions whether to allow such syllabus.
Yep. My opinion towards this is that, yeah, this is actually a long debate. I mean, like, we've been talking about this even ever since I was a child.
Yeah.
I remember, people wanting to bring it up, wanting to brought it in school in regards to sex education. But the conservatives of
Mm.
the nation, regardless of whatever religion it is, like whether you're Muslim, whether you're Buddhist or you're Christian, you're Hindus or whatnot, they are conservatives within these religions. And the conservatives are saying that this is a taboo subject. Ini adalah perkara ataupun subjek yang sangat tidak elok. It is like you're promoting for children to actually have sex. That's what the conservatives are actually thinking about. Because the more the children know about a topic, the more curious they will
Mm.
be, and the more I mean, like, they would have more intentions to actually wanting to experience it themselves. That's what the conservatives are actually concerned about. Having said that, in regards of today's topic, the Sisters in Islam communications
Mm.
officer Aliza Osman has actually mentioned that parents need to be more open on the subject of sexuality and be the first source of information about sex for their children. There's no denying, Melvin, now the world is so open right now. Internet, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, you name it, it is all out there. Even Netflix are showing uncensored.
Even now at this moment, do you know that? Do you notice if you look at our own comment box, Someone
Oh
has
yeah.
actually,
No,
yeah.
that shows that we are
So
famous right now. That shows that we have followers and people are trying to churi our followers, you see.
yeah,
So
it's
that's
like
actually a good thing.
just to read out for those who can't read. Now they actually enter into our room and comment that they have promoting, like it's under the brand so-called name of Love Face. They have online streets without clothing. Well, we put, oh
Yeah.
my god, this bro, just go website and jet off. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Exactly.
so it's for our children, our teenage, they're exposed to all
Mm,
this. So in terms of embarrassments, taboos versus reality
mm,
of life. No, I think we have to be. If the parents, please, you are too conservative to teach your children, let the school speak to the teachers, the school authorities, make it this as a subject.
mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so at least they understand. Hope that the young one understands their responsibility as well. You know,
Mhm.
we can't put that apa ini just to. The more you tell the children that they are very rebellious, children are very rebellious. They tell them not to do it, the more they want to do it,
Yeah.
right? So
Exactly.
make them understand, make them that you'll be responsible what you do, you know.
Mhm.
So I do hope that this will iron through, will get through to make it as syllabus as what they say the Islamic sister in Islam. They say parents need to be more open on the subject of sexuality and be the
Yeah.
first source of information about sex for the children. You know,
Mhm.
so if your children ask you, because they have some, I know they have to learn, and they ask their parents, you don't so-called don't shy them off and say, "Oh no, don't ask me this and all these things." You know, so they will
I always
create more
hygiene my wife.
curiosity. The more curiosity, probably they go into practicality.
Yeah. No, that's
From
why. That's why.
theoretical to practicality, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, exactly. And to share with our audiences again, it is also reported that the partner director of Chris Network, Angela M. Kugatas, she actually said that CSE includes teaching students how to manage peer pressure around sex, deal with the expectations of others, and decide what happens to their bodies instead of merely being told what to do. And boys should also be taught not to
Yeah,
exploit girls and learn from CSE modules on how to manage relationship with girls and how to handle rejections. The fact that rape culture is there, she added, that it was even joked about and how normalized that is. It is overdue. We have CSE because the culture of the I sebenarnya, I mean, like looking at my childhood when I
mm,
was back in secondary school, I was from an all boys school, and the ustad and the ustazah would make actually jokes about this, girls, guys. But I mean, to us at that time, we thought like, okay, this is like, this is the culture. This is standard what people talk about. People make fun about it just to make
mm.
sure that people don't get, like yucky or disgusted about it. Hence why I think the humor factor was actually brought into it. But I think times has changed. The time has
Times have
changed right
changed.
now for us to make it more educational and proper for our children to understand it better. Alvin.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I say we can't avoid the subject because times we change. I mean, from your time to your time to your child time, the culture has changed,
Mm,
right? So I hope that this is actually uh, so-called make it a subject in the school. And they do say that don't mix with others, just purely have a subject on its own. And they also, of course, have list down some of those NGOs that provide supports, like All Women's Action Society, AWAM,
mhm.
Women's Aid Organizations, Tarian Kase. These are all the NGOs, and there are also NGOs on to advocating sexual reproductive health right,
Mm,
and also such as Reproductive Rights Advocacy Alliance Malaysia and Federations of Reproductive Health Association of Malaysia. But honestly, these NGOs, yes, they set up for a good cause, but just like the mental awareness program, there are a lot of NGOs, but a lot of times those affected were not able to reach or do not know how to reach these NGOs. So the sex education is the first step to teach in school. Teach them about their responsibility. All right. Do not put fear into them. I mean, this is my opinion. That tells you, oh, don't do that, don't do this. It's uh, tell them, please, you have to conduct yourself well. Be responsible what you're doing. If things happen, what you should do.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. And we should not hide behind this anymore. I think I mean, like me as a father, personally, having a 12-year-old daughter. Yeah,
Mm.
when it comes to these things, to be honest with me personally, I get a bit um yeah, I guess again, I mean, it's how I was brought up in regards of talking about sex with children. I get a bit shy, I get a bit tongue tied when I want to talk about this thing. That's why I always tai chi to my wife, because
Yeah.
my wife is a medical professional, so she would speak in medical terms in regards of making it proper and educating enough for my daughter to understand. So we really do hope that
Mm.
moving forward, that this could actually be a reality, because again, we have to go through with time. We cannot just practice whatever that was practiced back in the 80s and expect now in the year of 2022 things will be the same thing. So we need to evolve, we need to change to accommodate our
Yeah.
own understanding with the topics around us. Okay, enough about the
So
first topic.
before we end this topic, I think at now, we can't
Mhm.
wait for school to say yes, but we are already in the process of
Oh yeah.
planning, and hopefully by April we have our own sex education series,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
To educate, especially the young one, teenagers.
Nice.
Yes. So
Okay.
we hope that if the schools are too shy, too embarrassed to talk about it, please ask your students to refer to our program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's something that a lot of our viewers would definitely want to look forward to. Make sure you guys do constantly check out our Facebook page, Act Now Trooper, on Facebook, because all of the updates will be posted on that page from time to time. Okay,
Yes.
jumping into the second topic that we want to bring out. Yes, people love garbage. Why do I say this? Because why? We buy a lot of stuff. Yalah, lagi-lagi we are, I mean, like in any day in time lah, tak kisah lah, COVID time ke previous time ke, we collect garbage, because of our food stuff, because of the things that we buy. We always have garbage, and sometimes it's difficult for us to actually throw these garbage around. And apparently it has been reported that people are getting smart nowadays, that they don't just throw their garbage outside to their neighbor's house or to tepi jalan. They actually throw it out to another country. This is actually being reported that
No, to
waste
other
being
states, to another states lah.
another state lah. Okay, across borders to avoid detection. Imagine you duduk dekat border of Selangor and Perak kan. You buang sampah dekat Perak, jadi Perak punya problem. Oh my god, what is this going on? What is going on here, Marvin?
Well, it's sad. I mean, if your neighbors or whoever dump things, probably is not in that kind of huge volume. But we are talking about those debris dumping from industry, from construction site, from factories. They're actually dumping things across the border. If you realize a few months back when we were still under lockdown, our environments we are much cleaner, but now it's back to actions. So these people go cross border to avoid being catched. So what they operate in the wee hours of the morning, and a lot of building contractors who have projects in Selangor tends to dump their construction debris in Kuala Lumpur and near river banks. So even with the authorities' efforts to clamp down on illegal dumpings, there were still 30 hotspots in Kuala Lumpur itself. So for once, I know from development in Selangor, they will come to this Kuala Lumpur city and dump in Kuala Lumpur city.
Yeah, it is just like weird, because again, I mean, like, with all the development that is going around, yeah, there's a lot of rubble, there's a lot of trash, there's a lot of rubbish everywhere that it needs to be disposed of. I mean, dia perlu dibuang, and memang kita ada banyak tempat-tempat pembuangan sampah. We have a lot of disposal areas that that people need to use, but unfortunately, a lot of people, they like to take shortcut. they don't want to pay too much. They like to make things easier for them. Then they don't care about anyone else. Hence why
Yeah.
these things are happening. And it is quoted even by the Federal Territory Solid Waste Management and Public Cleansing Corporation, panjang sangat tu, SW Corp
SW
for
Corp.
short. SW Corp for short. She actually said that the agency was carrying out more aggressive investigation and enforcement against such culprits, and it is common for contractors, especially smaller businesses, who do not want to pay the tipping fees, so they dump their waste in these hard to find spots. Sebab diorang nak maximize on profit, diorang tak nak spend on making sure that their waste are being disposed properly. Itu
Yes, we
masalah.
do receive quite a number of reports on such incidents of dumping, and of course the GLCs or local municipal or councils can do so much. Of course, we like in Kelompok, if they have so-called identified 30 hotspots, I think CCTV should be installed. Reporting to us like ACTnow, we can actually, I mean, they are very good. They are cooperative, go there and investigate. But on the long term, it's still the culprits. So I hope CCTV is actually 24 hours in place to capture all these people who dump. You know, it's they have a proper place. I mean, you have to go travel, you have the landfill, you have to pay. You have to take that in considerations. Those in I mean, in particular in contract constructions. I hate being seen. That's one report that came to me. It came to us. How heaps of used tires was thrown into the river and to the river bank.
Okay.
Precisely. I think I will bring up in the next issue. I mean, the pictures. It's actually part of it was dumped into the river, the streams, and the other half is left alone by the river.
So mungkin dia nak buat tayar tu macam pelampung untuk orang berenang kot, Marvin. I don't know.
Yeah, if that's the result, fine. That streams is quite a nice streams. It means it will actually pollute. I mean, the tires after some time, as opposed to the weather test, will actually I think will have toxin will be created, and then what you know, the next day, ACTnow will actually shut down all the plants because it's toxic, and all of us will be suffer.
Yeah, exactly. And we do want to reiterate this under Section 71(1) of the Solid Waste and Public Cleansing Management Act 2007. Those who are caught for illegal dumping can be fined a minimum of 10,000 ringgit and a maximum of 100,000 ringgit, or jailed 6 months to 5 years, or both. But having said that, it was even commented that factories in the factoring in the multiple trips of people carrying the one-ton lorry to go out and hantar to the landfill, they find it cheaper to pay the fine if caught. Imagine that.
Yeah, I think they should increase the fines. The jail terms. I think it should make the jail terms compulsory beside the fines. So that they have records that they've been jailed.
Yeah, for the fact that they have done wrong before.
Done to the environments. So I mean, fines. They probably are happy to pay the fines, but they will do it the next day.
Yeah.
So
problem with the fine is that
minimum jail period plus fines.
The bosses are paying the fine. It's not the drivers. The drivers are not actually liable for this, and for the bosses to actually pay, let's say 100,000, rather than paying, let's say maybe 200,000 for the proper dumping. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's a culture that we need to stop now, right now, and we need to respect
probably we should increase the boss, the driver of the lorry who dumps. I mean, it could be a staff, so that we would deter employees to take the instructions or do such job under the instruction of the boss. Tell them you can report to the police or to the relevant agency. We will give you extra rewards.
Maybe bagi dia, orang kata, lebih incentive lah, basically. So yeah,
and we really compound, penalize the bosses.
Yeah, and jail time as well, hopefully. So we just want to remind people out there, yes, you want to make your millions, you want to make your billions of ringgit in regards to your profit and your business, but do be mindful if you don't take care of the nature, if you don't take care of Mother Earth, at the end of the day, your business pun collapse juga at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So please do not be so selfish and think about other people as well. Very, very important. All right. Last
All
but
right.
not least, we do want to end today's show with a bit of a snippet, a bit of quick updates on the current situation, what is happening all around the world. Let's talk about Malaysia right now. It is because why? Just want to ask you guys: have you guys gotten your booster shot yet? Because the Medical Society (MMA) has actually warned that not all Omicron cases are mild and people must go and get their booster shot. I'm still surprised people are still not taking their booster shots yet, Melvin. Why do you think this is happening?
I say I last spoke to the officer from MOH, especially the children. They're very concerned about the children because the children's school cluster is getting increased as reported. A lot of parents say, okay, let's wait until our next door neighbor's children see how it is. After they,
Or see first kind of policy lah.
this is attitude. That's why our cases has. I mean, Omicron is known that it spread very fast. As I tell you, I didn't share with you earlier. This morning, I woke up with my body very aching. I don't feel comfortable at all. I took a Panadol to sleep last night. So I did a self-test this morning as early as 6:30. I came out negative. Thanks God.
Yep.
I'm going to do it probably tomorrow as well, every morning. So we get this. I mean, I myself, I get Panadol. I will not feel good. Have I contacted Omicron because it's mild, but then some cases it's not mild.
Yep, true.
And
And I do want to share with you as well, Melvin. I mean, like, I don't know about you, but for the past 7 days, I have been getting SMSs on my phone from my Sejahterra saying that I'm a casual contact, no symptoms, and it keeps on resetting my profile on my Sejahterra. And apparently, yeah, it is everywhere right now. I mean, like, yeah, I've only been to, like, doing groceries, and I may have had, like, a lunch or dinner, in a mall or something. But for the past 7 days, I've been getting 3 SMSs saying that I'm a casual contact, no symptoms, and I've been doing my my COVID test as well, because again, it's taking up a toll in my head, macam scary,
Yeah.
macam like it's
That's
so
very
concerning.
mental torture. It's actually a mental torture.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a mental torture. But yeah, I mean, like, coming back to that, because we have also, I mean, like, just to touch on this very, very shortly. Some states out there are still lacking behind in regards of taking their booster shots. Specifically, states. I know I don't mind mentioning it, Kelantan, even Kedah pun, and Sabah as well. Why? I mean, like, yeah, people should not have this mentality of wait and see. They should get the booster shots right now, because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Or why are they being so rebellious?
Yes, I don't know. I think we might have a program. Hopefully, it's by this evening. MOH will confirm with us. We will have speakers from MOH to tell us more. What are the challenges they're facing?
Mm-hmm.
As this morning we still got in touch, and this evening they will have a meeting at MOH to support. We have 3 shows next week. I mean, this is our proposal. Each day will be in each language, Bahasa Malaysia and BM, English and Mandarin. It will be a live show. It's a lot of Q&A, and hope everyone support, because a lot of people. Well, we read about a lot of this news every day. But when you actually contact it, it's a panic stage.
Yep.
You will actually don't know, forget what should be done. What should
Yep.
or someone in your family. You get so panic,
Yep.
So I hope that we have soon have this program sometime next week. Our guests are from MOH themselves to share with you, and please, you can actually ask them. They'll try to answer you.
We do hope that, there's a lot of things, like I mentioned just now, there's a lot of things that's happening with ACTnow. Do check us out on our ACTnow Trooper page, because all of the updates will be on that page as well. All right, that's it for today's show. A lot of things that we have discussed, a lot of hot issues that we have shared. But on Friday coming, I just want to give the teaser also, Melvin. We have a very special guest that will be coming on to the show on Friday. So it is going to be a very interesting conversation that we're going to be conducting. Do make sure you guys check us out on Friday. If you want to know who the guest is, make sure you guys follow the Act Now Facebook page, Act Now Trooper, because all the details will be shared there. Correct or not, Melvin?
Yes, don't miss us out, please.
Don't miss out. Lovely. All right, Melvin, that's it for now. We'll see you
Okay,
on
take care.
Friday.
See you on Friday.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, that was Melvin together with myself speaking to you guys, sharing with you guys all the hot issues, berita-berita panas, whatever that is happening in the country as well as outside as well. And like I mentioned, don't forget this Friday, we have a very special guest coming on board on our show to talk more about, this person's experience in life. Very interesting. Yo, Alan here signing out. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday ahead. Happy lunching. Take care now. Bye.